World leaders and changemakers. Mahatma Gandhi, the man who led with peace. In a world often defined by conflict and force, one man showed humanity a different path. A path of peace, courage, and unwavering moral conviction. This is the story of Mahatma Gandhi, a leader whose life became a testament to the idea that the most powerful weapon is nonviolence. Our story begins not in the halls of power, but in the coastal town of Porbandar, India, where Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was born in 1869. He was a shy, unassuming boy, raised with the principles of compassion and truthfulness. As a young man, he traveled to London to study law, a journey that would expose him to new ideas, but also reinforce his deep connection to his own culture and values. He was searching for his place in the world, little knowing he was destined to change it forever. The real transformation began in South Africa. Arriving as a young lawyer in 1893, Gandhi was confronted with the harsh reality of racial discrimination. Thrown off a train for refusing to leave a first-class compartment reserved for whites, he experienced a profound awakening. This injustice ignited a fire within him. It was here, in the crucible of South Africa, that he began to forge his unique philosophy of non-violent resistance, which he called satyagraha, for 2 decades, he organized the Indian community, leading peaceful marches, strikes, and protests against discriminatory laws. He was testing and refining the very tools he would later use to challenge an entire empire. Returning to India in 1915, Gandhi was no longer the shy boy who had left its shores. He was now a seasoned leader with a powerful vision for his homeland. He traveled the length and breadth of the country, connecting with the common people, understanding their struggles, and seeing firsthand the oppressive weight of British rule. He shed his Western attire for a simple loincloth, a powerful symbol of his solidarity with India's poorest citizens. He became one of them, earning their trust and their love. They called him Mahatma, meaning great soul. With the nation's heart in his hands, Gandhi launched a series of nationwide campaigns that would shake the foundations of the British Empire. The non-cooperation movement of the 1920s called for Indians to boycott British goods, schools, and courts. It was a massive act of collective self-reliance, a declaration that India could stand on its own. Then came one of the most iconic acts of civil disobedience in history, the Salt March of 1930. The British had a monopoly on salt, taxing it heavily and making it illegal for Indians to produce their own. In a simple yet profound act of defiance, Gandhi, then 61 years old, led a 240-mile march to the Arabian Sea. He walked for 24 days, and with every step, the crowd of followers grew from dozens to thousands. When he reached the coast and picked up a lump of salt-crusted mud, he broke the law. But in doing so, he showed millions of Indians that they could peacefully defy an unjust system. The Salt March captured the world's attention and exposed the moral bankruptcy of British rule. Gandhi's methods were revolutionary. He taught that true strength was not in inflicting pain, but in the willingness to endure it for a just cause. He organized strikes, boycotts, and marches, always insisting on absolute non-violence, even in the face of brutal police crackdowns. He undertook long fasts, using his own body as a tool to prick the conscience of his opponents and unite his people. He was arrested many times, spending years in prison, but his spirit could not be caged. From his cell, his influence only grew stronger. His message was clear: you can jail my body, but you can never imprison my mind or my will. His fight was not just against the British, it was also against the injustices within Indian society. He fought tirelessly to end the caste system, particularly the practice of untouchability, which he called a stain on Hinduism. He championed religious harmony, dreaming of an independent India where Hindus and Muslims could live together in peace and mutual respect. He believed that true freedom, or swaraj, was not just political independence but also self-rule, self-purification, and the liberation of every single individual. Finally, after decades of struggle, the moment arrived. In 1947, India gained its independence, but the celebration was bittersweet, overshadowed by the violent partition of the subcontinent into India and Pakistan. This division, born of religious strife, broke Gandhi's heart. He had dedicated his life to unity, and now he saw his nation torn in two. In the final months of his life, he walked through riot-torn villages, fasting and pleading for peace, trying to heal the wounds of a divided nation. On January 30, 1948, the world lost its great soul. Mahatma Gandhi was assassinated by a nationalist extremist who opposed his vision of tolerance and peace. He died as he had lived, a messenger of non-violence, his last words a prayer. But Gandhi's story did not end with his death. His legacy is a powerful, living force that continues to shape our world. His philosophy of satyagraha inspired leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. in the American Civil Rights Movement and Nelson Mandela in his fight against apartheid in South Africa. From student protests to environmental movements, his methods of peaceful resistance are still used by activists fighting for justice and change around the globe. Mahatma Gandhi proved that one person, armed with nothing but courage and moral conviction, can challenge an empire and inspire millions. He taught us that change doesn't have to come from the barrel of a gun. It can come from a peaceful march, a silent protest, or a simple act of defiance. His life is a timeless reminder that the power to change the world lies not in our ability to fight, but in our capacity for peace, truth, and love. His light continues to guide all who seek a better, more just, and more compassionate world. Thank you so much for watching. If this story inspired you, please give this video a like and hit that subscribe button for more stories of the leaders and changemakers who shaped our world. We'll see you in the next one.